let me kind of go through how I went into or stepped into the realm of reading and fiction. So
Sounds good to me.
even though you said that you were late and you were 15, 16, I was even later. I was maybe, yeah, I was just before I turned 18, so I was 17, I'm pretty sure. Um, yeah, because it was the last year of my schooling, so it was year 13.
Yeah.
And I think I had just bought the Hogwarts Legacy game, and I had just played it all through Christmas, and I was like, wow, this is great, and I fell in love with, I went down the Harry Potter rabbit hole once again, and I was like, I'm gonna watch all the movies because it was Christmas break, so I didn't have really much to do, and
Yep.
I was just had loads of free time, so I watched the first movie. And I don't know why, there was something in the back of my head. I was like, wait, we have the books here, don't I? I wonder how different the books really are to the movies, because I was
Yeah.
always like, people always say they're so different and they're always much better and there's so much more detail. I was like, but they can't be that much more detail. You know what I mean? Like, I feel
Yeah.
like it was a bit of an exaggeration, and I don't know, I just couldn't really believe it. So in my room I have a bookshelf that's full of books which I have never read. And whenever people come to my house, they're like, "Oh, these are all your books." I'm like, "No, they're my parents' books. They're just in my room." Because
No, 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 no. Well, hang on there, hang on there. A lot of those books were bought to you by us so you could get into reading. So you have all your
yeah,
How to
yeah,
Train
that's
Your
true.
Monster, all
Uh,
those. In fact,
that's
those
true. That's true. But those
the
take up one shelf though. Those take up one shelf, and there's multiple
yeah,
stacks where it's all other different
yeah.
types of books that
We've
don't belong
always
to
been
me.
very permissive parents, but we do know that you needed to get into reading, and we kept on buying you books in the
Hmm.
hope that one day you'd be bored and you'd pick one up and you'd certainly got
Yeah.
into reading. So we tried, man.
And actually, one of those sets of books was the Harry Potter books.
Exactly.
And for some reason, we didn't have the first one. So I was like, well, that sucks. But I was like, well, I'll just start with the second one. We have 227. And I hadn't watched the second movie yet, so I was like, well, this is kind of perfect because I can now read the second one
Yeah.
with fresh eyes or in a fresh mind. So I started reading it, and I was like, wow, this is actually surprisingly really good. And I would, whenever I stopped reading, he'll be like, I'm a bit tired of reading, so I'll then go and watch until whatever part of the book I was at.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes it would take,
So you were watching the film simultaneously, yeah?
yeah, yeah.
That's a new method. That's cool.
And actually, I was very surprised everyone was actually right. And there would be sometimes where I would read whole chapters, and in the movie 10 minutes was past, I'd be like, hey, whoa, what the fuck just happened? Where did all of this content just go? Why did it get Thanos snapped?
Yeah.
What the hell? And
Well,
yeah,
it's not just the things that happen in the book. It's also the way they develop the characters. In a book you have, the author has all the time in the world to be able to develop those characters and the character traits, languages.
hmm
Those little bits that make them come alive to you. And because it's a written word,
yeah,
it's not visual. They have to fight that much harder to keep your attention and to bring those characters alive. So that means
Mhm.
that's why books are so amazingly rich in detail.
yeah,